Hey guys, Fiero 880, are y'all ready for part 2 of the Fiero? Got some really exciting stuff. Many more hours spent on this thing. Let's get right to it. So here we are in part 2. And I have my driver's side dew wipes installed. Let's just say they were a little bit challenging, but thanks to a couple of YouTube videos, that is what made this process happen so much easier. I haven't done the passenger side yet, so in time. So the next order of business is to fix the not so power window motor issue. Now it can be the switch. Don't know if it's a switch. Pretty sure it's not the switch. But the problem is, the window motor is way in there, and you've got to take all this off to get to the entire window motor and regulator assembly. So I'm going to have to put the project on hold for a week or so. You got to drill out these rivets. There's 4 rivets, plus the rivet there, plus this, and then you've got to take the door lock actuator off. Now, luckily I was able to follow another YouTube video on how to do the window dew wipes without using the tool for behind here, and you have to take out this window track here. But as long as you mark your bolts with like a silver Sharpie, the process was easy as can be. No problem at all. So, let me go get these tools. I'm gonna use the rivet gun and re-rivet everything in. I've got the power window motors over on the bench over there, but this looks 100 times better. Oh, that works so much better now. So y'all want to see the actual install of dew wipes and a power window motor? I'm going to show you the passenger side, but you got to wait to the end of the video. It's that long. I don't want to cram the front of the video up with 10 or 20 minutes of installation video. So wait to the end of the video and don't say I didn't warn you. The next order of business was to take care of the broken or worn out door hinge pins and the bushings. Unfortunately, this took a lot longer to do. This took almost a full day because the top pin is just a little bit smaller, I believe, and it took a lot of customization on that pin. I got these from Napa, but I just noticed that the Fiero store now sells them as well. So now the door opens and shuts so much more nicer. Very easy now. Problem solved. And while we're at it, I fixed this rattle too, because can you see that little Phillips head screw inside there? Right there, yeah, that one right there. That one was completely loose, and this made the horriblest vibration noise when driving down the road. So that's fixed. And finally, we received a replacement gear for the passenger side headlight. So now we have working headlights. So the next thing that I wanted to get taken care of was the seat covers. If you remember from the prior video, the seats were in pretty bad condition. Russ with rwupholstery.com. Now, he doesn't sponsor this video in any way, shape, or form, but I'm gonna give him a shout out and a plug-in from this video because I bought his custom-made Fiero seat covers. They're very affordable for how they look, and they look incredible. So check this out. One seat cover done. Oh, these look nice too. These are really nice seat covers. Very nice. Nice new Fiero seat covers. This has made a huge difference. Now you can see they are seat covers. Now I didn't pull them all the way tight like they should. They'll fit a little bit better as you know, it's still cold out because of winter, so getting them in the sun, I can maneuver them a little better, but that looks much better. Huge difference. The front two 4x10 factory speakers were completely shot. There was no foam left on the cone anymore, and all they did was pretty much rattle. Plus, I had an intermittent stereo issue. Basically, the radio would work 1 minute, and then the next minute, if you went over a bump, this would happen.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix, well, I did fix cold solder joints on the radio for the Fiero, so I'm trying to meticulously put tiny little screws back in place. So, fun. For the front speakers, I was kind of searching around and I came across this guy right here. Supposedly has some really nice speakers and they were dirt cheap. I ended up making him an offer and spent $20 shipped to the house. And look, do you see what I see? Those are GM plugs right there. That is for plugging into a GM wire harness for the speakers. Now with the new speakers installed and the solder joints fixed, we have radio.
Yeah, rats and mud. Upstate, we appreciate you listening to the DL Hughley Show.
So now we're gonna work, or I have been working on the air filter housing assembly. Mine was rusted out, or I don't know. If you noticed on the video of the engine, the top of it was rusted. And, basically, I took a wire wheel and got all the rust off. I've tried to get one of these from the Fiero factory. I've tried to look on eBay as well. And basically, any one of them that you find is already gonna have rust in it. So what I did was I used tape and epoxy, 30-minute epoxy, painter's tape, and I've epoxied all the holes. So now I should have a functioning, working air cleaner assembly. It's nicely painted now. The top, did it the same way. Now I ran out of gloss, so I used flat black, but that at least got that taken care of. So now, this will look really good once it's installed. Also took the bolt out, took the rust off of that as well, and did the securing nut as well. It's gonna look good. I slightly boogered up the air intake temperature sensor, but at this time it's working. I'm gonna roll with it. I'm probably gonna replace it anyways here in the near future, but just to get everything back together. Let's tighten it up with a wrench. And then it fits in a notch right there, supposedly. Yep, right there, look at that. I gotta get this back while I'm hooked up to it, and the air intake temperature sensor, and then we'll continue. Ah, finally. We get to put the new air filter in. I like that. That fits in there very nicely. Nice shiny cover. Everything's fitting. Our shiny nut. Oh, that looks so much better. So much better. Off camera, I took purple powder and a brush, and I scrubbed that air intake tube a bunch just to get all the black grime and stuff off of it. So this is something I've been wanting to do to this Fiero since the day that it rolled off that trailer, but I didn't know which was the best option, because that looks fantastic. Oh my gosh, that looks so much better. And I did spray a little flat black on the evap canister before putting this all back together. Another thing that didn't work is the door chime. Now it works correctly. Wow. Boom. I'm trying to stick my screwdriver in here, kind of push the magnet out of the way. If I can at least get a couple of threads started, and I should be good to go. Just like that. Okay, those are the two hardest screws. That's what I'm thinking. Dang. That's exactly what it was. That's the stupid dew wipes. Yeah, that filled it. So it's the next day, I stopped. We got two problems. Number one, whenever you replace the dew wipes, you have brand new rubber. Rubber and glass causes a little friction. If you have a headlight, or not a headlight, if you have a window motor that's dead already, when you put new dew wipes on, you've got to have a good working functioning window motor in order to get the windows up and down. Again, I don't think it's the window switch. So my motor does not have anything left to lift the windows up and down. That's what we're having a problem with right now. And then let me show you what I found at the bottom of the window. This is what I saw last night when I was looking at it. And if you look down in there somewhere, you can see the window stop. I think it's right there. Yeah, there's the pieces of the window stop. So that is what comes up and hits the window upper stop here from going too far. It's one of the things I noticed with the passenger window. Whenever we would open the door to try to let it up, it would actually catch in the weather stripping here. So that's something that's been failed for a while. So those parts have been ordered from the Fiero store. We're near Christmas time, so that's probably not going to get here in time. But for the meanwhile, let's go ahead and at least get the window motor in so I can have a video for y'all before Christmas. Now we've got to grind the rivets for the door lock actuator. So I'm going to take my hammer, wedge it up in here. That way I can support taking this rivet out. There we go. Yeah. I got it. go. And then here is a new motor assembly. It does come with bolts from the factory of China, where I guess is where these motors came from. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'll put these back in. Drill out the rivets for the bracket. The one I did before, I used a rivet on these two as well. But I'm gonna that was luck. Okay. All right, I believe we're ready to go on. And then I'll maneuver things around, push that over. Second wheel in. Okay. And then the last wheel is going to go into that window track right here. So let's get that ready. This is probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna just make sure we got power. Yep. Okay. We have power. I got it. All right, that's it. Felt well, except for these two rubber end pieces. Hey. Well, here's part 2 for you. I warned you it's going to be long. I'm sorry, but you have to see everything that's been done. Y'all think I'm kidding when I said 120 maybe plus hours on this thing, but it's got to be done right. Guys and girls, thanks again for watching the videos. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. However your family does it, have a safe holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah. We'll be back after the holidays. It's supposed to possibly go to paint around the first of the year. So with that part coming in from the Fiero factory, not the Fiero factory, but the Fiero store, and possibly paint, we're really close to being really finished on this Fiero. So click subscribe or like around here, and we will see you soon. Thanks again.